I'm Andrew Frawley, and welcome to Storm Drain Pollution Awareness. Oh, hi there. I didn't see you there. I was just reveling in the cleanliness of my storm drain right here in my wonderful old rolling neighborhood. You see, this little storm drain right here has been functioning for years now. It's the most basic way of repossessing water around the Chesapeake Bay watershed. You see, a storm drain is put in place to allow rainwater to come down and gather in one area. This is called a storm drain. See, these storm drains are a collection of, holes in the ground that allow the water to collect and once again run back into the Chesapeake watershed. Now, that's a wonderful idea, a wonderful way to allow humans and rainwater to coexist in one area. However, some storm drains are not as lucky as this fine one. Some storm drains are torn apart by cars, pollution, and war. These storm drains, such as these, aren't as fine as mine. Pollution includes McDonald's bags, any types of litter, anything of the sort, typical trash, plastics, toxins. That's all pollution. And once it's thrown directly into this fine water drain, it's going to slowly work its way through a series of tunnels created by our fine government. And it's going to work its way directly back into the Chesapeake Bay watershed. That's not the worst of it. Agricultural runoff is truly the worst. As agricultural runoff is full of toxins, pollutants, pesticides, and antibiotics, and hormone injections. That goes directly into our watershed through these storm drains, and directly into the Chesapeake Bay. The Chesapeake Bay is topping off at pollution levels in the last 20 years. That means there's clearly something wrong. These toxins and pollutants and pesticides clearly have a strong effect on the environment. Pesticides, chemically engineered chemicals and genes are being directly injected to the Chesapeake Bay watershed. This then pollutes all of the organisms in the Chesapeake Bay watershed. Fish, shells, seashells, plants, and all other organisms in the Chesapeake watershed. They breathe them in, they soak them in, it settles on them, it deteriorates them. Fish are now dying. Hundreds and thousands of fish are just appearing dead all over the Chesapeake Bay watershed. There can only be one clear explanation to this: storm drain pollution. So that's why I'm here today. Someone has to stop this. Someone has to create awareness for storm drain pollution. I've taken up that job. I plan to do my best to cause awareness for you, your family, all the poor organisms out here, and all the poor storm drains that are being just thrown aside as if they were an old used tissue. Then there was rain. Up here. You see, ladies and gentlemen, this is an example of a storm drain not so lucky. All this grass and sediment has blocked up the natural flow of this fine storm drain. See, right here, right here, this is the buildup of agricultural runoff. It's things like this that just push my buttons, you know? It's because of things like this the Chesapeake Bay watershed is polluted. You see, as the rainwater was not able to flow naturally, not only did it pick up the sediment and all the fertilizers in this, but it also disrupted the natural flow of the water through the storm drains. You see, this natural sediment and all the fertilizers that was in this ground and grass and mush that was all, you know, gathered together in front of the storm drain, funneled its way through all of the tunnels, all the way out to the Chesapeake Bay. And you know what happened in the Chesapeake Bay? Those fertilizers and pollutants polluted the Chesapeake Bay. The sediment, the fertilizers all found their way in. They mixed with the natural, clean glacier water of the Appalachian Mountains and ruined it. Not only does the water have a higher turbidity rate number, but pH levels are altered. This alters the ecosystem drastically. This has an enormous effect on the entire ecosystem. Not just the ecosystem, but the world. As one ecosystem goes down, one after another, not just the Chesapeake Bay watershed, but the entire nation. Examples of this kind of pollution, this kind of ill practice of cleanup is why the Chesapeake Bay is polluted. The fish are dying, the plants are dying, the ecosystem is changing. It's causing a completely different world that we have never imagined. Now, the ways to prevent this are simple. To prevent grass and buildup of sediment, it's easy. Properly dispose of your waste, whether it is grass shavings, grass clippings, mulch, and any other types of yard work. Put it in a plastic bag and call the yard work disposal and have them properly dispose of it. When it comes to trash, properly dispose of that. It's very simple. Throw it in the trash cans and throw it in a trash can, throw it in a dumpster. Your recycling crew, your trash crew will come by every Wednesday, as is for me, once a week, and they'll properly dispose of it for you. When it comes to toxins and fertilizers from rainwater coming down into the storm drains, just don't use it. Grass naturally grows without the use of these. Plants and crops naturally grow without the use of these. So you don't need them. You don't need that extra $1,000 for your corn. All you need to do is keep it natural. Properly dispose of your waste. Properly dispose of all types of waste. And contact officials when a storm drain is filled with waste such as this. Now, that is how you protect and preserve the storm drains of the Chesapeake Bay watershed. Oh, hi there. I didn't see you there. You know, ladies and gentlemen, we've learned a lot of things here today. We've learned about storm drains, their pollution, how to prevent it, how to protect it, how to save them. Let's recap. Storm drains. They're the pinnacle of existence for humans in the water cycle. Without storm drains, all of our houses would flood. Areas would just gather water everywhere. If you live at the bottom of a hill, you'd probably be underwater right now. Without storm drains, we would not exist as we do today. However, we do have storm drains, luckily, but without the correct treatment of them, it's obviously going to be our downfall. Pollution goes directly into the Chesapeake Bay watershed. Runoff goes directly into the Chesapeake Bay watershed, harming the ecosystem and harming us in the long run. It gets into our fish, it gets into our food, gets into our water supply. There's nothing positive about it. However, that's not the only form of pollution and destruction of water drains. As you saw earlier, the water drain was full of plants and sediment. It's disallowing the proper water flow of natural rains. To prevent this, you must keep your water drains very clean and properly contained. However, as humans, it's our job to give back to the environment as the environment gives to us. And allowing water drains to flow properly without pollution and sediment within it is our objective. Now that you are informed about what your actions do and the effect they have on the Chesapeake Bay watershed, I hope you think twice just before you toss that piece of trash in, before you put antibiotics and pesticides into your own little garden. Hopefully, I've changed your mind, and in the long run, changed the world.
Yep, said everybody wants to be me. The only problem is they can't even see me. Ball so hard, record labels want to sign me. Life is a race and everybody's behind me. Yep, said all the haters want to be me. The only problem is they can't even see me. Ball so hard, record labels want to